Hey everyone, this is Dana Settle in Fort Worth, and this is day 3 of the 90-day video challenge. And today my video is about leadership. Now, I've been following John Maxwell for a number of years, and I listen to the Success Magazine audios, and he is on pretty much most of those CDs. They have an interview with him on almost every month. And I've made a few notes here just because the stuff that he talked about on the one that I listened to yesterday, it was the April 2013. If you do take that magazine, I would highly recommend those audios because they're just so fantastic to listen to and everything you get out of them. I'm constantly on that, listening to audios in my car. Now, he is considered the leadership expert, and he recently released a book called The 15 Laws of Growth. And so what he's talking about is improving ourselves through personal growth. Now, we've all heard, you have to personally grow to take it to the next step. All leaders go through a lot of personal growth as they're getting to the point where they consider themselves a leader. And he talks about fulfilling your potential. And one of the things he said that somebody's asked him was, when do you think you've reached your potential? And he says, well, you never reach your potential. There's always, the brain, a lot of experts say that we're only using 10% of our brain. So he said, what if, you're a really pretty good leader and you're up there, like he kind of considers himself an expert. And he said, like, let's say, for instance, I've used 25% of my potential. That leaves 75% more that hasn't even been that's untapped. So for most of us, we are using about 10% of our potential. So the capacity for growth is just huge, and it's evidenced, as you can see, in as people begin to rise up in certain companies, as people begin to rise as leaders within their company, you can see how they tap into personal growth patterns and skills. He said you never know your capacity for growth until you just start to grow. And that's true. Until you really start the personal growth process, you really don't know what your capacity is. You realize that you never know what you can accomplish until you start accomplishing something. And so that is so true. That just rings so true to me. And then the other thing that he said that was just perfect was, the more you know, the more you don't know. And that's like I was being a physical therapist. When I would go to courses, our continuing ed courses, we had to take so many hours a year. And so I would get into this course and I would start learning all of these new techniques on, manipulation or back treatment or something. And then I'd realize how much I didn't know because I was learning more, I was growing in that area, and I just kept finding more and more that I learned. And then I realized I needed to learn some more about that area. I need to specialize even further. So that's how it is in personal growth. You find out that you know something in an area, but it prolongs, or it just promotes you and projects you into wanting to learn more and more in that area. A couple of other things that I wrote down. I just love listening to John Maxwell. He is such a wise soul, and just everything that he says just makes so much sense to me. When he talks, he said, you never stop your learning journey. And anyone who says that they have stopped their learning journey, well, then they're not going to grow anymore. And everybody always says we learn something new every day. Well, that's so true. We always learn something new. He said he made a commitment not to reach goals. He made a commitment to grow. So that's different. He says when you make a commitment to grow, you'll hit all your goals. And that's not a big deal because your commitment is to grow, not to the goals. Your commitment is to the growth, not to the goals, is what I meant to say. So what that means is if you just make a commitment to reach your goals, well, that's fine and dandy. But if you make a commitment to grow, to personally grow, you're going to hit your goals no matter what. So your commitment should be about growing and not just going for certain goals that you have. Okay, and then this is just a couple other things that I wrote down from his talk. The good things in life almost become byproducts once you make a commitment to grow. And isn't that so true? all the things that you're doing now in your life, all the good things that are happening in your life are like almost like a byproduct because you've made this commitment, like your happiness. I've found that just recently from all of the things that I've been reading and listening to, that I just have so much more self-confidence, that I'm a happier person, that I feel confident in talking to people. I feel good about what I'm doing in my business. I feel happy about it because I've made that commitment. I've made that personal commitment to read every day and to blog every day and to cut a video every day and to listen to audios every day. And when you make those commitments to yourself, to personal growth, you're just going to feel more confident in every aspect of your life. I feel like I'm a more confident wife now and a more confident mother to my kids. And so, there's everything good about personal growth and there's nothing bad. There's nothing bad about it. This is really good. Motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing. So if you get all hyped up, from your last event and you're all motivated to do something, well, that's awesome. But if you have the discipline to carry through those things that you learn, now that is what's going to keep you growing. Doesn't that make sense? I mean, the stuff that he says just really, to me, just hits home perfectly. Let's see. This is one of the last things he says, and I'll end this video. Consistency is the discipline of doing the right thing every day, whether you feel like doing it or not. So consistency, when he wrote this book of the 15 Laws of Growth, Darren Hardy, the publisher, asked him, what is the most important one, or what is your favorite one? And he says, I think it's the law of consistency, because you can make the decision to do something, but you have to continue to be consistent to do it every day. So that is my push and my thing that I'm learning out of this 90-day challenge is the consistency of doing it every day, whether I really want to or not. And actually, it's getting more fun to do these. It was really nice and pretty out yesterday, and I should have done this outside, but it's gotten really cold, and it's like 40 degrees here in Fort Worth now, and really cold and blustery. So I'm in my office. So anyway, I hope you got some value out of that. I would highly recommend John Maxwell as an author. If you don't have any of his books or his tapes, they're great to listen to in the car. And he makes a lot of sense, and he has an organization that goes worldwide on his leadership organization. I have several friends that have gone through his certification course, and what a difference. I mean, it's extremely motivating to have accomplished something like that, and it's something that I want to eventually look into John Maxwell's certification course. So, guys, this is Dana in Fort Worth, and I'll be doing another video tomorrow for day 4 of the video challenge, and I hope you have a great night and enjoy some of the value that you got out of this video. Thanks a lot. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.